Hello and welcome to What's on the Menu. This month, we're going to talk about saving money with simple cooking, one of the best ways to stay healthy and stay financially stable. So one of the first things I want to talk about is cooking what you have. This means cooking what's in the refrigerator, cooking what's in your pantry. Take a look. What can you use into a menu? On my stove today, I have some vegetable and split pea soup because I actually used some ham bones, boiled them into a stock, and decided to use that up making a soup. You could say if you're looking in your fridge and you have some broccoli or zucchini or a vegetable that you bought that you hadn't gotten to use yet, make sure you're getting to use that before it goes bad. Make a salad, make a soup, lots of different ways to use up what you have in your fridge or freezer or pantry, because if you don't get to using it, then that's complete waste of money because you didn't get to eat it. So number one is use what you have, don't waste food. The next one is to buy what you need. So again, while you're looking through your refrigerator and your fridge and your pantry, you can kind of figure out what exactly do I need to make another item. So if you have a lot of rice and you said, oh, I want to make some chicken with that, then maybe you need to buy the chicken and what kind of vegetable you'll put with it. But instead of thinking over the entire recipe and thinking that you need everything, be sure to take a look first so that you're only buying what you need. And one thing I know I've fallen prey to this a couple of times is that if I have a good coupon, I'm apt to say, well, I'll buy 2 of that product because that's what the coupon said. And meanwhile, I didn't even need that product anyway. So now I've got 2 of something I didn't even need in the first place, but I saved 50 cents or whatever on the coupon. So be cautious with coupons. Coupons are great if there's something that you're using all the time or that you're very brand specific to, but be cautious that you're not buying things that you didn't actually really want or need just because of using that coupon. Now let's look about buying what's on sale. I know we all get these circulars every week in our mailings, or you can look at them up online, but buying what's on sale is a great way to save money. I always go to the sale part first and make my decision of what I'm going to buy for the week based on what's on sale, or think about what else I want to make with the other items that I have in my fridge or pantry or freezer based on what's on sale, because that's the best time to buy it. And if there's something that you know you use all the time and you could freeze, it's okay to buy the big pack of chicken breast or the large bag of frozen broccoli, because you can break it down into smaller amounts and save it for yourself to use at another time. So buying on sale is definitely the best way to go, and especially if they're items that you know you'll use later. Like I use a ton of oatmeal, so if oatmeal's on sale, I'll buy quite a bit of it because it lasts for quite a while. And I know I go through it every day. And then buying what's in season. We are finally getting into a little bit of growing season here in Connecticut. So looking at what's happening locally, that's when it's going to be the best price for us. So what's in season now, not a whole lot just yet, but we're going to be getting into radishes and some sweet peas and strawberries and blueberries and all those great things coming up really, really soon. And also what's in season in our area, maybe a little bit south of us. It's still kind of close, not too much of a travel distance. That's going to make our prices for that produce go down. Of course, it's going to be easier and fresher when it's being grown even in our backyards. And I'm going to jump on that one to grow your own. You can actually start seeds now indoors or wait until it's a little bit warmer outside and plant them in the ground. Grow your own vegetables, grow your own fruits. It's easy. The seed packets are extremely inexpensive, and the yield of the vegetables that you'll get out of that are tremendous, and you can share them with your friends and family. With that, I didn't want to skip the making your own. I think we have fallen into a world of convenience because hardly anybody makes their own salad dressing or pancakes from scratch, or I was even talking about this yesterday, cornbread, from scratch. It's not that hard to make the flour, the baking soda and baking powder and all those different items. And it's a lot less expensive to do it that way. And you also are cooking, so you're able to adjust those ingredients. So if you really want a lower sodium item, you can actually leave the salt out of the recipe, or just put in a speck of it instead of a teaspoon of it. So that's a great way of making your own, being more in charge of your cooking, making it simple and healthy for you. So when you're preparing meals or planning these meals, you may also want to think again about keeping it simple. because simple meals mean that you can actually use those leftovers in other ways. So if you have your meat, vegetable, and starch item, each of those items can be packaged up and used in a different way later. So keeping the meal simple is an easy way of making sure that you're going to have more uses for those items over time. Doesn't mean that you can't have a cool, fancy, exciting meal once in a while, but that's probably how it's going to be each time you eat it. So if you made like paella, right, it's going to be that every time, but which is like a mixed seafood dish. But you could have made that paella maybe with some previously made simple items that got put into that paella as a mixed dish or a stir fry or something like that. The other idea is to batch cook, so making things large amounts at a time, like I've made soup today. That's a lot of soup in there. And I'll be packaging that up so that I can have it for lunch maybe 1 or 2 days this week, but probably a lot of it I'm going to freeze so that I can use it later on when I just want to pull 1 or 2 containers out of the freezer, let them defrost a little bit, and then I'll heat them up for a meal later on. But I don't have to cook that soup again. I just did it once today. The last two are about when we're actually doing our shopping, looking at unit pricing. So that's the little orange box on the shelf that shows you the price per item, per unit of the item. So you can compare prices of things like crackers or toilet paper or paper towels or whatever in the store. All brands and all sizes of packaging get broken down into that same unit pricing in the orange box. And so you'd know which package is more or less per unit. And can't say enough about applying for SNAP. If you're a senior and if your income is around $2,000 a month, it is absolutely worth your while to apply for SNAP. It provides you with money every single month to use towards your grocery bill. Some people say they don't get a lot in their SNAP benefit, but sometimes that can be improved if you go through the application process where you're including your living expenses and your medical expenses. And at Senior Resources, we're always happy to help with those applications to make sure that you're getting all of the benefits that you are entitled to and eligible for. So give us a call if you want help or any questions on any of those programs. So that's my segment today about saving money with simple cooking. I encourage you to do some cooking, to do some grocery shopping, and also just to keep on keeping it simple, because that will be a healthier and more cost-effective way to go in the long run. Thanks, and see you next time.